All right, people, let's get into some Lindsay and Blaine.
Probation says that you can't even live here anymore.
The what?
They're not approving us to live together with you on medical marijuana.
Why you have to call and tell
Because
them?
I'm supposed to. I have to tell them that. You live in my household. It's not federally recognized.
Okay, Blaine, she told them because she is a snake. Okay. She is a snake and she is trying to kick you out the house. Boo, it's over. It's a wrap. It's donezo. Ugh.
I'm depressed.
I'm
Well, now you
depressed.
can take whatever the you want, wherever the you're going to live, because it can't be here anymore. I don't know what to tell you.
Get the
What
fuck
can I,
out.
what can I
That's
do
what
to
she's
help
telling you.
fix it?
You can't
Blaine,
fix
it's not
it.
even just about the medical marijuana card. You're downing me to my child. Out of everything in the world, did I really deserve that?
No, you did.
Okay, Lindsay. All right. Blaine, here's what you need to do right now. Let's see. Let's watch him. Let's see what he does.
I don't only owe you an apology. I owe Molly an apology.
Blaine, Molly doesn't
Okay,
want us to be
Miley
together.
doesn't like you.
Like, she legitimately doesn't.
Blaine be acting with those faces though. Look at that face. Go, Blaine, go.
That's
Blaine,
what set you off? That Molly?
that's what you need
I
to
mean,
do,
like, do
Blaine.
you understand why she feels like that?
Run, Blaine, run. Get up out of there, Blaine. Get up out of there. Get up out of there. Run,
Thank God
Blaine.
Molly and Kagan are not here tonight. Like, I'm really glad my mom watched them for me because this would have been devastating. Blaine is acting nuts. I feel like he's trying to turn everything around on me.
Bring me along for this.
That's right.
Jeopardizing my freedom. But it's my fault. That's the thing about Blaine.
What freedom, girl?
Blaine's always the
You
victim.
facing 40 years. What
You
freedom?
love me, you're a enemy.
What? I'm the enemy? You don't think that hurt? You talked to my child about me, Blaine. You think I was going to be able to get over that?
It's a lie I
Fake,
can't get over.
fake,
What?
fake.
What? What have I done to you that's that bad?
What has she done?
What have I done to you that was that level?
How about you running off with a married man?
What? What? What's up, party people? I'm Erika, exactly Erika. Welcome to my channel. And as they say, what? Whoop, there it is. Shaka laka. Okay. Wow. So Blaine has held that in. Deontay talked about it on his live recently, but this was like forever ago. But all right, you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am doing a review and recap of Life After Lockup, season 5, episode 21, Games of Chance. So, all right, you guys, let's get into it. All right, party people. So we were basically talking about Lindsay and Blaine. Let me get them up here. There we go. So pretty much I did feel that once Lindsay called her parole officer, she was ready to kick Blaine to the curb. And basically that scene I just showed is pretty much the highlight of what happened between them this episode. I think I don't know. I think with her, I think we found out from Deontay, and check out some videos by According to Amber, that I think Lindsay's just trying to use Life After Lockup or Love After Lockup for checks. Like, I don't know what her other job is, but I don't think, I think she's kind of just trying to, as long as she's an ex-prisoner, then I think she is, just using the show. So at this point, she's donezo with Blaine. So she's kind of kicking him to the curb because I'm like, he told your daughter you're bossy and you're bossy. So like, you can't get over it. the trust has been demolished in seconds. Girl, keep it moving. Shout out to my Stanley cup. I'm drinking sangria and my Stanley. All right, so that's it for Lindsay and Blaine. But Blaine is so funny. Blaine is so funny. Let's see. Let me show you his yeah, those looks. I love to see Blaine make a face. Like Lindsay's acting is kind of shallow, but Blaine be coming through with the faces. So yeah, that's enough of them. They weren't really super interesting. Well, actually, that little clip was the most interesting thing they had going. So let's move on to our next couple, Mike and Justine. So Justine in this episode has some issues with the baby. She's not really gaining enough weight. But I kind of felt since she announced the birth of the baby, I think like last week. So yeah, so this episode, she actually has the baby. That's the daughter. There was kind of some drama about it, but since we all knew she'd already had the baby, it felt a little bit short. She named her Manhattan Barbie because that's a symbol of luxury. I don't know. Again, I'm not a fan of the Barbie part, but Manhattan is cute. And I think they're calling her Maddie. Then we come to find out two things really in this episode that happened with them that was sort of interesting. His mama wants to move with them to Vegas. Mike, you crazy. Because Justine already knows your mama called her a hoe like 3 or 4 episodes ago. And your mama still got the paternity test in the house. And if you all think she's throwing that paternity test out, you crazy. She's gonna swab him and that baby. So but basically, there's a little drama. She's like, well, what does she think about me and Melody going? She's thinking, you not going. You're not gonna move. Her mama ain't in the house. How you gonna move in the house? So, but that being said, though, I mean, I do feel for Mike's other children in that he was in jail the whole time and now he's going to basically move with his new family across the country. So I can see where the kids would be upset, but yeah, mama, you're not moving in. So Mama Mike, that's a no-go. All right, let's move on from Justine and Mike. But he did look really cute with the new baby, and babies are wonderful. All right, these two here are the most irritating. So Melissa is going in for her nose job. So that's what's so crazy with Melissa and Louie, and also with Shawn and Sara. Like, if you are spending your extra coins on cosmetic surgery, then why are you going to ride the other person about what they spend their money on? You know what I'm saying? It's like you're not saving for a house or for investments or retirement. You're saving, your money to improve your body, which is valid. No shame. But then don't ride them so hard. Like, he's fresh out of prison. But he agrees to support her, and they take a pregnancy test, which was so like overproduced, over dramatized. I'm like, girl, you 40. You know what I'm saying? You could probably count your eggs on one hand. So you probably not pregnant. I don't care how much. I mean, it can happen, but odds are you're 40 and he's 42. Odds are you're not pregnant. But they did have a little dramatic moment where they took the pregnancy test, and obviously she's not pregnant. She's going to go get the nose job. He helps her like take off her acrylic nails or her gel nails or whatever she has. So he's actually being really supportive. And he is basically, I think, excuse me, a nice guy. And she is always constantly writing him. So, and, so she goes in, so they take the pregnancy test, and then the next day she's going in. This is after she's had the surgery. So she's like a bigger bitch than she was in the beginning. You know what I mean? Like, she's always riding him and complaining and everything. he can't do anything correct. And now it's even more so that she's sick. But in the end, there's a scene where, like a month later, she's going to remove the bandages and she's healed. And he sets up like a picnic on the beach for the big reveal, but we don't actually get to see her nose. And I don't blame her about getting a nose fix, honestly. I mean, but if he loved her with that nose she had, then, keep it. But I don't blame her for getting it fixed either, because it was a doozy. So, yeah. But that's pretty much all that happened with Melissa and Louie. So let's move right along. Oh, Sara and Shawn. Okay. As I said, let's see. Do I have them on here? Let me see. Where are they? Do I not have Sara and Shawn? Oh, here we go. Shawn and Sara. So here's the thing. Again, like I said before, I think their storyline is totally fake, right? But it got a little interesting today. So their landlord went up on rent, and we know that Shawn is not making any money on the tow truck thing. And so they agreed to move to like her stepfather's property, and it's like a fixer-upper. So first, they're so dramatic, and you see this burnt out home. Like, you guys are going to live in a burnt out home. Like, it didn't really make sense. But then we find out, no, they're going to live in sort of like camper trailer things and rehab the home. So that was pretty much all that happened with them. Let me see. Did I put them up? Let me see. Shawn and Sara. Let me get them on here. So, yeah. So not too eventful, really. But the daughter was looking crazy. Like, why do you have me out here? And why did they have her out there with no shoes on? It was like really insane. But she's a cutie patootie. She's so cute. And then they do like s'mores and stuff in the background. And her mom comes, and I forgot who the other people are, but her mom comes, her older daughter's there. So I'm like, yeah, come on, you can do s'mores, you can, do backyard barbecues. So he calls Kelly to let her know. And what they mentioned is they're doing a rent to own. So Kelly's like, so he made it seem like they're just buying the property. So usually you do have to put down a deposit when you do a rent to own, but it's usually not the same as if you bought the property outright. Like, it's usually not the same amount. And I would think that since it's her dad or her stepfather or whatever, maybe they didn't even have to put down a deposit. So I think Shawn could have done a better job of sort of explaining that to Kelly so that Kelly didn't get so upset, because it's like, they probably don't have a big lump sum of money to put down anyway. So that was a little unclear, but yeah, they're that's pretty all. This was kind of a dry episode, honestly, but the Lindsay Blaine thing was kind of a little bit interesting. All right, moving right along. But that's all that happened with them, was them in that raggedy house, basically. So let's move on to, okay, so Chance and Taylor. So Chance comes over with the, oh, nobody should ever love me, I'm such a fuck up, basically. And for once, Taylor is like, I did love you. Deuces, okay? So she's just like, get out. And for once, she kind of stood up to him. And I was like really, really proud of her. Yeah, so I was really proud of her. I'm sorry, you guys. I was trying to find a good sound effect for it, but I was very proud of her. She kicked him out. She basically was like, yes, till you do right by me. Everything you even think about is gonna crumble. So get out of here, Chance. And so, and then she tells her daughters, and then it turns out her oldest daughter was like, I don't like Chance. He was always making you cry and stuff. And then Chance shows up with an Escalade, and it's like, huh? You need to pay child support for your son. Like, what are you doing? And he's like, no, this car is for you guys. So that was like crazy. And the kids were slightly confused, but basically the younger girls were like, well, I like him because he gives us stuff. So but in the very end, she did agree to meet with him again. But as we all know, I think in present day, they're broken up and she's like doing OnlyFans. So I think I'm just glad she let's put this, I don't know where they went to, but I'm just glad that she is donezo with him, or she seems to be. I don't know if she really officially is, but she seems to be. So that is cool. Let's see. Yeah, so basically, you guys, I'm trying to think, did we see anybody else? Shawn, Melissa, yeah, that's it. Justine and Mike, Lindsay and Blaine. No Chevelle this season. Okay, so yeah. So that's pretty much it for the crazy love after lockup. I mean, basically, here's in this episode, Blaine and Taylor, y'all need to this is what y'all need to do basically. Run, okay? Just run away from these people. Get out. Get out, okay? But all right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to my review of Life After Lockup, The Games of Chance. This episode, I would say from a 1 to 10, I would honestly give it like a 4, but I think we're coming down to the end. So there it is, you guys. But stay tuned. I am starting February 1st. I will be doing a challenge to get monetized in 90 days. So I'll do a video on that on the 1st of February, but I'll keep you guys posted. But thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe. Ciao for now, and see you guys in the next video. Bye.